Hello, I'm Ricky Sayer here at Harriton High School. Usually when a school bus and a stop sign come up in the same news report, it's about a vehicle illegally passing a school bus that stopped picking up or dropping off students. But the tables are turned here at Harriton, where it's school buses that are failing to stop at stop signs. Every day, 27 school buses pass this stop sign as they take students home in the afternoon. But a Ricky Report's investigation has found that on average, 15 of those 27 buses don't actually come to a stop. That's more than half of all buses running a stop sign at this often busy intersection where Harriton's driveway meets 8th Avenue. I first took note of the situation back in March, when my own car was cut off by a bus that hadn't stopped at the stop sign at this very same intersection. When I set up a camera, I saw that other cars were also being cut off, creating a potentially dangerous situation where a car could crash into a bus. Parents that I talked to said that buses ignoring the stop signs are nothing new.
I come here every day to pick up my son from school, and it happens every day.
Is it something that you've seen to be ever dangerous at any point? Have they ever cut you off?
Absolutely, especially when cars come down there at a pretty decent clip, and that whole parade is coming out, and a lot of people don't expect it because they all do it at once. Like it's a big long line and they all just do it at once. It is scary. I've seen it be scary a couple of times, but it's been that way ever since for the year that I've been picking up my kid here. So
buses running the stop sign poses a danger not only to cars but to students as well. Every day, Zach Strowman makes his way across the intersection on his short walk home from school. He has seen firsthand the dangers of the situation.
Missing the stop sign is a dangerous thing, especially on a busy road like this. It's a little concerning, especially if there are other cars intersecting.
And you do see that happen?
I do see that happen, yeah, so I think we got to watch out for that. Cars, too. You just got to be careful because coming around the bend, there could be a collision, especially if there's pedestrians walking. It's really dangerous.
I first made district officials aware of the issue in early April, when I asked the supervisor of transportation whether it was an acceptable practice for buses not to stop at the stop sign if they were all leaving at once. He told me he wasn't sure and referred me to Richard Siegel, the district safety foreman. While he declined to speak on camera, he did allow me to record audio of our conversation. Something I've noticed for a while is that when buses leave Harriton in a line, a lot of time they either don't come to a complete stop at the stop sign or they ignore the stop sign altogether to take a right or a left on 8th. Are they allowed to do that because it's just a line of buses at the end of the day?
So are you talking at 8th Avenue or are you talking right here at the end of the loop?
At 8th Avenue.
8th Avenue, they should be coming to a stop.
They should be coming to a stop.
They should be following all traffic regulations.
Okay, got it. Following this answer, I launched an investigation to find out just how many buses were running the stop sign. Over the course of a month and a half, I observed and recorded buses leaving Harriton on 7 separate days. In total, I observed buses passing the stop sign 189 times. Overall, 108 of those buses did not come to a complete stop at the stop sign. That's 57% not stopping at the stop sign. This is a breakdown of my data. On the first day, I observed 51% of the buses not stopping. 51% on the second day, 37% on the third day, 78% on the fourth day, 63% on the fifth day, 40% on the sixth day, and 78% on the 7th and final day. Again, these buses did not come to a complete stop, which is when the wheels stop moving. A number of buses I observed made rolling stops, which is when a vehicle slows down to a rate of under 5 miles per hour, but doesn't fully stop at a stop sign. Other buses I observed simply blew through the stop sign, making no effort to slow down at all. Bus drivers tell me that they know they are supposed to stop at the stop sign, but that they often don't stop when they see a break in traffic. They simply roll through the stop sign following right behind the bus in front of them. They say that this is done out of a practicality. The way they describe it, if each bus stopped, it would take longer for all the buses to leave, creating more traffic for everyone. It's something interesting to hear from bus drivers who experts say are usually held to a higher standard than regular drivers. What's more, the situation at Harriton is not an isolated incident. I went to both Welsh Valley Middle School and Gladwyne Elementary School to observe if buses ignore the stop signs there as well. I found that 67% of school buses didn't stop at the stop sign as they leave Welsh Valley's uppermost bus loop onto Tower Lane. At Gladwyne Elementary, the situation is even worse. 88% didn't stop at the stop sign on a stormy spring day. Only 3 buses out of the 24 I observed actually stopped. Now, unlike Harriton, I did not observe these over multiple days. So, 57% don't stop at Harriton, 67% don't stop at Welsh Valley, and 88% don't stop at Gladwyne. It begs the question of whether the bus drivers are running stop signs that aren't at the schools. This likely comes as a surprise to Lower Merion community members who have generally seen the school's transportation department as incredibly safe. In fact, just a little over a month ago, the district fielded a team of bus drivers who took home gold at a regional bus safety competition. In late May, I shared the results of my investigation to the district's supervisor of transportation. I also sent him 27 minutes of video showing buses running the stop sign at Harriton. I received this response more than a month and a half after I first made the district aware of the issue. We appreciate you bringing this to our attention. We cannot monitor all our buses at all times and welcome outside observations. We will make our drivers aware of this deviation from correct procedures and work with them so that they can follow vehicle laws at all times. The supervisor also asked if the transportation department could use the video we sent them as a training tool at their next driver meeting. Bus drivers told us that they received a text message telling them to stop at the stop sign at the end of the Harriton driveway. Sure enough, when I went out to collect additional video for this report last Friday, I observed that many of the bus drivers were stopping at the stop sign. Granted that I was in full view of them, unlike many of the previous recordings where I stayed somewhat hidden. It is, of course, a little too early to tell if a change in behavior has stuck. For updates on this story, follow me on social media at Ricky Reports, and go to my website, rickyreports.tv. Reporting for HHS TV from Harriton High School, I am Ricky Reports.